So we've got 3 Lord Souls.
Woo!
We get to be a cool little dragon.
Yes!
And now we get to go after my least favorite Lord Soul of all.
Siegmeyer.
Oh shit.
Well, hello again.
Oh no, that's not Siegmeyer.
My father. All of your help was invaluable to us.
I don't... Okay. What'd I do?
Finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
Oh. Good.
My father, as he went on his final adventure.
I don't like the sound of that.
That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. He goes hollow. I'll just have to kill him again.
Oh, silly Dad. I guess I'll just have to commit murder.
Again!
For the last time. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
So even after all this time, I can't avoid glitching on the stairs in one way or another.
Yeah, it happens.
But as I showed off last time, I have a pretty wicked uppercut. So I'm going to see how long I can last on just that.
Alright, this is gonna be interesting. That's good.
Probably the largest problem is the incredibly short range.
Yes.
I kind of have to be right up in somebody's face.
That's the way dragons fight, though, right?
Sort of.
In your face.
Now, this is sometimes a player's first experience of Dark Souls after fighting the Asylum Demon, which is probably not for the best, because even though I'm taking care of these enemies with no problem, new players with bad weapons and armor are going to get wrecked.
Especially by that dude.
Which one? You mean the giant or the guy who is ready to parry me?
Either.
Because that's what that other skeleton was doing. Because some enemies in this game can parry you, and it is the scariest. So the Zweihander is probably the best weapon if you're going for a two-handed approach. But if we're most of the way through the game, I'll upgrade it for sure. Don't know how much I'll use it, to be honest.
Just gonna upgrade it just cuz.
Pretty much. Just to show off a
Alright.
weapon enchantment that we haven't seen just yet.
Oh, good.
But that's it for the graveyard, not a whole lot to see.
Nothing terrible.
I just kind of wish I had stayed out in the open. Because now I can't see.
Haha, it's dark.
So as much as I like using the fists here, it's going to become pretty apparent pretty shortly that there's a certain kind of weapon you'll want to use on many of the enemies, otherwise they will just sort of infinitely respawn.
Yep.
There's sort of a trick to it though, but we'll get to that. For right now I need to run past everything, because I don't feel like dealing with it all. And taking care of that guy and anybody who looks like him is going to be crucial to getting all the way to the bottom of the catacombs, because there are going to be, I think, about 1,000 million skeletons.
Sounds about right.
What's that, like a trillion billion?
Yeah, good even number.
Yeah, it's going to feel that way. So, they are fairly generous with the bonfires in the catacombs. There's really only 2, this being the first one, and the second one's, well, it's kind of really hidden. In that it's behind a wall that you wouldn't think is a wall.
And that's being generous.
Or rather, you would think it's a wall, and that's why you wouldn't know where it is. So the trick here is the guys who throw the fire, for some reason, control whether or not these skeletons respawn. And if you don't use a divine weapon on these skeletons, they'll just respawn until you kill that guy. Much like this guy is.
Yep. Damn necromancers.
And you'll know that you've killed them for good when you get the souls for them, otherwise they're not considered dead. And I don't like being in this area because the rolling skeletons don't really stop until they hit you. And if you manage to kick one of them off of the cliff and they just sort of fall to their deaths, they'll get back up. They just won't be able to climb back up. So it's hard to see, but there's a ton of skeletons in here, and I'm kind of getting overwhelmed.
Oh,
a lot.
This is bad. This is bad. Oh, no.
So that's a great start. The blood loss is just one more thing to add on to that pile.
Yep.
So let's try it again for real. Kind of want to avoid this archer because he's mean. So Dark Souls kind of takes a really weird approach with this area because it's totally accessible to new players. Like, there hasn't been any sort of fog gate that I had to unlock or anything. And the boss at the end of this area has, like, no health, which sort of makes sense because he can be your first real boss in Lordran. The thing is that once you beat him, you have to climb all the way back up.
That's just awful.
And like there are a few shortcuts, but for the most part you have to go through all these skeletons again.
That's just mean.
So another weapon that I'd maybe want to use in a different playthrough, but not right now, is that Lucerne, which is just like a hammer with a huge handle.
It's cool looking.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he's hiding.
Oh, damn it, he's gonna run by some more skeletons. Oh.
Or is he?
So those guys don't respawn, so they'll get the fist every once in a while.
There you go.
Or I mean, I'll punch them.
Yes, punch them.
Yes. Fist punch.
Yes. Fun punch, they're fun bags. Wait.
Where on the skeleton is the punch fun bags?
It could be,
How do you know which skeleton has which bags?
Both very good questions, neither of which I can answer.
So most of the gear in this area is going to be pretty bad because it could be your first area, so they're not going to hand you the best weapons, like say a Black Knight halberd or something like that.
Right.
That'd be kind of unfair.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be a good weapon to have here.
And it's kind of confusing going through this area because it's a pretty straight path, but some of it's not quite so clear what path goes forward. And oh shit, I'm almost dead again. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh, that's just awful. You and your loincloth.
Is the blood loss really a thing at this point?
It's gonna have to be.
Okay, round 3. I swear I'm good at this game.
Oh man, it's just not a good start.
Good start. We're like a third of the way through, motherfucker. So those floating heads just explode, and they're very mean.
Yep. It's skeletons. Oh, I saw that trap.
Yeah, there's many more like it.
Oh,
Now, those
lovely.
floating heads can easily kill the skeletons, but they come right back anyway. The floating heads don't, thankfully.
No.
I just gotta check. I know they're there. So we've been pushing these levers, which have been either lowering walls or sort of flipping over bridges that you can't really see from here, but it's the way forward. And I'm pretty serious when I say that the number of skeletons in this area is way too much. Like, they just go crazy here.
Especially considering you're able to play this on your first playthrough. Or first time. No, you know what I mean.
Beginning area.
Yes. Oh, good.
So I knew he was there, but I figured that he had run off like he normally does when I get close. Turns off, no. He's gonna join the fight anyway.
Yep. And he's gonna keep throwing you into that trap. Good.
And the skeleton blocking like that means that he can totally parry me if I hit him. So that's why I'm really not gonna try to attack that.
Nope, that's dangerous.
And if you're thinking, well, there was definitely a second skeleton, I'm like, yeah, except that he just met the ground at like 50 miles an hour.
He'll be back.
So you can kind of go through the graves of some of these areas. They're very differently colored, so you know what you're looking for, and kind of access better items. There's one in here that I definitely want to get to show off a boss later on, otherwise there's no way to get it. But there's like 3 different secret areas, and I can never remember which one leads to the actual item.
Catacombs.
And if all that water sounds familiar, well, that's because we're right back here.
Oh, good.
Except no more skeletons.
Yay!
Thank God. And there is an NPC in this area. 2 technically, if you count going all the way down. But I'm not sure how to trigger the first one. And I can never get him to consistently show up on any playthrough, so we'll see him in a later area, just not here.
Yeah, forget him.
Oh, you won't want to forget him.
No.
He's shit.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Wow, speaking of dicks. So you'll notice I've kind of stopped locking on sometimes if I feel that an enemy could sneak up right behind me and I need to change the camera. Like
yeah.
so.
It's good. Good idea.
So down here is where it starts to get kind of really dangerous. Because A, I know there's more skeletons around, and B, I can't see them, and C, there's a cliff somewhere. I need to kill him. I swear, they are the worst enemies in this game.
Are you sure? Because I think there are enemies that you hate even more coming up.
Maybe. I kind of wish the enemies that are coming up stayed in this area, but they appear later.
Yeah. They're a nuisance.
So we are approaching the second and final bonfire, and this is where we'd see the NPC, but he's not here.
Oh well.
I even go checking for him up here, and he's not. So what he would do is, after you push this lever in, and you flip the bridge so you can cross it, as you cross the bridge, he would flip it back.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, that's mighty inconvenient, except you die.
He's a good guy. Oh no, wait, the opposite of that.
He's a funny little character.
Oh yeah.
So, fuck that.